Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome day. So we're just going to do a quick check-in and see what messages Spirit has for us, kind of check in with energies. What Spirit said to me is there is still like a lot of chaos. They're kind of showing me like the shifting. So there's still like a lot of timeline shifts and things that are going on right now. So if your energy feels, I'm getting like almost like 2 or 3 different groups. So some people are kind of like stable in it right now and they're kind of holding down the fort. There's other people and they're saying a lot of light workers and earth angels are kind of going through these big shifts because they're making big changes. I'm hearing divine feminine, divine masculine are going through a lot of big transitions right now. So if you're in that energy, that's why they're saying like a lot of you are still breaking that foundation, or you're still clearing the energy from below the foundation right now. I'm hearing like August is going to be abundant with like love, finances, like all different types of things. So it seems like definitely there's going to be a little bit of a shift. It doesn't feel like a major shift. It kind of feels like a mini shift, like some type of mini shift. Nope, come here. Some type of like mini shift or something is kind of going to come. Might be like mid-August. It's going to be different for everybody. I just love it. 111, new beginnings. So yeah, there's just going to be some type of transition for that, for people who are feeling very lost and confused, almost like your emotions are all over the place, or you feel one way one minute and a different way another minute, and you're not really sure like what's going on and you know why you're feeling a certain way. Some of you guys are doing the timeline shifts, so you're actually going back to different timelines and you're actually releasing energy and thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. Some of you, they're also saying like the blast from the past card, and they're saying like they're having you actually see how you used to feel or how you used to think and all of that stuff, to see how different you actually are and to help you continue on your journey going forward and stuff, and to see things from the past, how you acted that you maybe didn't realize how you acted, in kind of deeper stuff. So it feels like a lot of depth. It feels like they're saying like illusions. They're showing me a full moon. A lot of illusions are being lifted. So it more so, the illusions feels like stuff from your past, things that you maybe, the things that maybe you didn't see or you didn't know about, not a lot of self-awareness to it. Shifting in relationships. They're not giving me a specific, they're just saying there's a lot of shifting in relationships to healthier dynamics. Okay, that's cool, to healthier dynamics. So with that, they're showing me almost like this flooding of shit coming up. Like, not shit, literally, this flooding of like, almost like it looks like this murky water. It's coming up almost like a muddy puddle, and all of that kind of is coming up to release. So there might be like some shifting and stuff going on in some of your relationships, or some different energies or feelings or stuff. Try to just go with the flow. You're just letting a lot out and releasing a lot. So, all right, let's see what messages we get from Spirit. Those like that. Okay, love it. Love it, because it feels like what I kind of just said. We got energy on the bottom. There is huge. They're saying collective shift. I feel like every time I keep pulling from the cards, we keep getting the collective shift. So this is actually my Earth Angel Oracle deck. I made these cards. Spirit guided me, obviously. They are available if you want to purchase them. I just got a whole shipment in, so you just message me or a link in bio. But yeah, every time I keep pulling from these cards for the page, we keep getting the energy card, either in the reading or on the bottom. And that's because there is so much stuff going on, so many changes. Spirit's showing me like people like trying to grasp onto the old, or trying to grasp onto certain outcomes, certain beliefs, certain things, certain energetic cords. They're saying it's really important for you to let go of all control, any and all control, because they're trying to guide you, and your resistance is not going to help you. It's just going to hinder you from like feeling okay with everything. It's going to make you feel not great. So try to ride the waves rather than like swim against the current. Okay. But definitely huge collective shifts still. Maybe 23. They said 23, but I don't know what they're not giving me like that as a date. So like it started the 23rd. All right, they're not really being specific. And I just looked up and I saw 23. I don't know. Okay. We got the warrior signs and reflection. And then we got spiritual gifts and spiritual guidance. I love So what I'm getting specifically is like a lot of you guys are kind of like lost or confused, kind of feeling stuck. It might not be this heaviness. Some of you, it might be heavier than others, where there's really no direction. It's almost like you're going in it blind, but Spirit is saying like this is where you're going to get some of your strength from. There's some type of transition a lot of people are in right now where it's like you're kind of blinded to things, and it's almost like things are popping up but nothing really makes sense. Some of you, it's like you have this very specific idea or situation or person or something, and it's almost like you had all these deep feelings and knowing, but then it just seems like that, like there's like a veil or something where you're just not sure right now. There's no certainty. There's like a lot of uncertainty right now. And they're saying that's also in the collective, individually and in the collective. So there's a lot of that. Spirit is trying to help you with balancing, but they're also saying they want you to fight for what you want. Okay. And what they're saying with the signs of reflection is this is, they are giving you signs, they are giving you messages. Even if they're coming in a roundabout way, they're still giving it to you, because a lot of people are going through this where it feels like Spirit kind of pulled back a little bit, where maybe you had, I've been talking about this since February, like the void. A lot of you guys had a lot of spiritual guidance, a lot of direction, very obvious, very upfront, like boom, 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 do this. And if you didn't, they're still up in your ass, like get it done. And it's like they've taken a back seat, but that's because some of you guys are, and they're showing me the transformation card. Some of you are in a big transformation. So they are watching you, they're guiding you. It's just not as obvious, and it's not as strong of a message as you're probably used to. But they are still giving you little signs. I actually love this. I went out to my car last night, and I put the, my camera light on it so I could see, because it was like dark out. And I was going to get bubbles out of the car to go blow bubbles last night. And on the top of the car, I just see this random feather just stuck there. And then this morning I went out side somewhere, and then and I just see this random feather, and I'm like, okay, I've actually been seeing feathers a lot. I've been seeing the same numbers, over and over and over, and I keep hearing these same songs that used to come up last year. But what's interesting is, even though these signs keep coming up and they're very specific ones, I don't feel the energy behind them. It's almost like this veil, or almost like this, not disconnect. There is a disconnect going on a lot of times where you're disconnected from like your emotions or energy or whatever, because you're clearing stuff. But and they're saying like a lot of you have been feeling disconnected, or you're like, what's wrong with me? Why do I not care? Or why do I feel like, I don't have the emotions about this when I normally do, or I feel like this. You're starting to get to know yourself at a deeper level too with that, they're saying. But yeah, so the thing with the signs is like, they're not really making total sense, because everything I'm seeing really has nothing to do with the signs that I'm getting. So I'm just trying to let them be, but they are giving you signs. And some of you, they are giving you stuff from the past to help you with something for the future, but I'm not quite clear on what that is. But there is a period, I'm going to read the bottom of the card. They want me to read the bottom of the card for you. There is a period of reflection. They're saying like mirroring and duality. So you are balancing, which you got this card too, which is also about balance. There is something where it's like, they're saying like projections out or internal projections within. So it's like you're possibly getting triggered. You might not even be getting triggered. It just might be shadows coming out, having to do with another person to help you with healing. They're very strong about this. Like there's people or a person or a situation that's helping you bring out healing, and it might seem frustrating because it's not what you're desiring right now, but like it's intentional to help bring out healing. There's something really deep with this. I don't know why they just said steak to me. I don't know if that's like a sign for somebody. They literally just showed me like a piece of steak and like potatoes and eggs. So I don't know if that's like a message for somebody. I don't know, that was weird. Okay, the reflection card, they wanted me to read the bottom of this. Duality, reflection, and awareness. What you see in others is also within you. Outside situations and relationships are mirroring something you need to see within yourself. So if there's like a cycle that continues to come up and comes up and comes up, there's something that you're not seeing clearly. Like, just ask to see what it is. Like ask them for guidance and say like, what is this trying to teach me? What do I need to know about this situation? And they'll help you bring it up. Okay. Then we got spiritual gifts and spiritual guidance. I love this. So a lot of people, and then this came out in one of the pickup piles that I did on Instagram and Facebook the other day. A lot of you guys are coming into your spiritual gifts. You're picking up also like gifts from past lives. Some of your ancestors are like working with you to clear certain things so you can actually bring like gifts in. I don't know exactly how they do it. This is just what they're telling me is like your ancestors are going to gift you with certain spiritual gifts. It's like passed down from like your lineage and your history and stuff. A lot of people who haven't really been aware of it or haven't really been like spiritually activated, March was like a big, February through April was a big transition for a lot of people. And it's like your body is getting ready to receive the gifts. So you might be clearing old stuff, or you might be upgrading. You might be having ascension symptoms, not medical advice, obviously, but you might be having ascension symptoms and things like that. So you might be feeling sick, but you're not actually sick. But spirit is guiding you. They're saying like there is a veil and illusions in front of a lot of you guys right now. There is a reason for that. Everything is not as it seems. So everything you're feeling is not actually fact and truth. It's all valid, but it's not fact and truth. And when I say valid, it means that everything that you feel is intentional and necessary for you to feel. And all of your emotions and feelings are valid. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're truth. So you could feel, hurt or upset. Rejection and abandonment's coming up right now as I'm talking about this. So say you're talking to somebody, you might be feeling this energy of rejection or abandonment. It's valid because there's a reason you're feeling this, right? Like you're feeling rejected, you're feeling abandoned, you're feeling unworthy, whatever the feeling is. But it doesn't mean it's truth. It doesn't mean that person is actually rejecting you or abandoning you. A lot of times it's just childhood wounds and traumas that are coming up through other people with the reflection card. They're saying the duality and mirroring. But it's still valid. Your emotions and feelings are still valid, even though they're not necessarily fact. So they're saying like, it's really important for you guys to sit in these energies and accept them as they are and stop trying to change them. Like you can't always feel the way you want to feel. Sometimes there's a reason you need to feel a certain way. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm going to read, no. Okay, I was going to read you the bottom of the card. They're like, no. There's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes right now, and you are literally being completely blocked from it. Like, there is a reason you are being completely blocked from it. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what other messages. This one. Sage. Sage in my box. Am I shocked? No. Sage. Come here. Oh, I got a paper for you. Oh my God, I wish you could see her eyes. They just got like gigantic. Okay. You would literally think this cat doesn't have like toys or anything. She has a million fucking toys around my house. A million. Not a million, but. Ooh, okay. Is that it? Okay. We got the Magician on the bottom. We got all masculine energy. Knight of Ariel, Ace of Raphael, King of Gabriel, the Wheel. I just got so much like the masculines. In the next few weeks, I'm seeing this shift with the masculines. As soon as I just pulled this, what Spirit just showed me was the masculines stepping up. It's almost like they're in this illusion bubble of like self-loathing, of like, and I'm not being an asshole, I'm just telling you how it's coming through. Like this, woe is me, the world's happening to me. Not necessarily victim mentality, but more so like just self-loathing, like shit's falling apart in their lives, whether it's relationships, jobs, kind of all of the above. They're kind of starting to see some of their own like addictions and habits and patterns, but they don't really feel like they're like slowly working on them, and then they keep taking steps back because they're scared of change. What I'm seeing from Spirit is they're going to give a big shove in a healthy way, obviously. And they're going to have some type of veil lifted, and they're going to see something really clearly they've never seen before. And I'm seeing that the divine masculines like taking action, like they're about to move their asses with some stuff. Like they're going to start taking action. It's like they've been scared to do things. I'm hearing a lot to do with self-worth, a lot to do with mother issues. Even if they have a good relationship with their mom, there is still some type of emotional disconnect or something, and it seems like it has to do with their dad in some way too. Some type of dynamic where there's maybe a lack of empathy or understanding. And it feels like it's like almost like their mom, some of them, it feels like their mom ignored it or kind of like buried it or was like harsh about it or something like that. And it feels like there's some type of issue with their dad specifically, but somehow the shit with mom made it worse. Like it made them feel like invalidated or made them feel upset. A lot of them I'm getting like the age 7, and then I got like 4 to 5, so it's going to be different, but I'm just seeing these masculines like about to step up and rise up in the next few weeks. So cool. Okay, we got the Magician card. Oh, right under that we have Six of Raphael, and then we have the Freedom card. Okay. And it looks like a lot of inner child play is coming for some of you guys. Definitely do some inner child play. Okay. All I'm seeing with this is successful beginnings, and what Spirit is saying, everything you've been asking for is coming your way. Just keep having patience and faith, accept things as they are, release control of the outcome or anything like that, and one day it's gonna just surprise you. Feels really good. Just like a it almost seems like, it seems like everything's really difficult or not understanding. It's almost like it in your mind, it feels like there's 100 million steps or like all kinds of shit that needs to change for something to come forward, and Spirit's saying that's just like an illusion. Like one day, and for some of you it feels like in the next few weeks, something's just going to completely unfold and open up and just like have a huge shift. They're like, it could literally happen overnight. Like, you know, it takes one self-awareness, one opportunity to make such a huge shift in your life or other people's. And like one day there's going to be, and it feels like it has to do a lot with the masculines, they're just going to wake up one day and they're going to shift something. And if you're in a relationship with them, it's going to shift your relationship. If you're not in a relationship with them, you might be coming into a relationship, or there might be a change in it. So it's going to be different for everybody, but I'm specifically hearing like commitment and relationships. So take it as it resonates, you know, don't hold on to it. We have Knight of Ariel, Ace of Raphael, King of Gabriel, the Wheel. Damn, I've been getting this a lot lately. It's like the feminine keeps stepping up and bossing up. It's almost like I feel a lot of emotions with the feminine, the divine feminine specifically. A lot of emotions, a lot of transitions, but she's still staying strong. She's still standing in her power and truth, even when she's not feeling the best, even when she's feeling weak. And it's helping the masculine to do the same. It's almost like he's somehow working with his inner feminine because of her, and he's building some strength. And I keep seeing like this masculine like watching over her, like looking at her, like possibly watching her in person, like when she's sleeping, looking at pictures of her, just like admiring her. That's all I keep getting, like admiration and beauty. Like, and it's not even like a physical thing. It's just this internal like beauty that he feels for her. It's like this internal love that he feels for her. A lot of the masculines feel like they haven't shared this though. It feels very hidden, like they're too scared to actually say how they really feel about her for some odd reason. But we have the Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insight. And I'm getting with this card, this is like the masculine breaking free and actually opening himself up to his feminine energy fully. Like it's offering him some type of breakthrough. So we have King of Gabriel and the Wheel. It's interesting because that's not what this card normally means, but I get like this kind of like laziness, just kind of like playing it cool energy with the masculine and Spirit. It's like you can't keep doing that. Like time, like you can't just be sitting around and waiting. It almost feels like some of the masculines are like waiting for spiritual direction, or they're waiting for something and they're like, I have time. And Spirit's like, get your ass moving. Like they're about to push them, like get your ass moving. Like you need, like, it feels like a lot of them are unhappy and they're kind of in the middle of like a lesson or a change or something. And it's like, they're just kind of being complacent. They're doing little baby steps forward, but then they're just kind of like stopping. And what I'm getting from Spirit is self-sabotage. So there's going to be some type of shift that comes where they're going to be taking action. They're going to be seeing like they can't just be sitting here and like expecting like whatever they're trying to expect. There is going to be, and this doesn't just feel like with the masculine, there is going to be some type of shift. It feels like a collective shift that's going to offer some type of change for people to see, but it's also going to be some type of opportunity. I'm just very specifically hearing like August, September, some type of opportunity is going to be coming in for people, especially a lot of light workers and people who've been going through the transformation, these big transitions. There's going to be some type of opportunity that comes in. They're saying like, don't push it away, but it also is more so to like, preparing for it. Like you guys, a lot of you are preparing for it right now and you just don't even realize that you're preparing for it. Like you don't realize it at all. So let's get one more. Okay. Oh. We got life changes on the bottom, new chapters, freedom, release what is no longer serving you. And I love this because it literally feels like, especially the masculines, but I'm getting both of them. It's like both people, feels like it has a lot to do with divine counterparts, but like both people are like shifting in their life and it's almost like the feminine is not tolerating shit and kind of standing in her power, and it's making the masculine kind of have to do the same. So, okay. We got observe, not absorb, chakra healing, north node, and crave. Okay. What I'm getting with these specifically is a lot of you guys are just releasing. A lot of you are releasing old energy, and spirit is saying like, don't hold on to it. When the kind of what I said in the beginning, like when those old emotions come up, that old energy comes up, just allow it to go, allow it to flow. Even if you're feeling other people's energy, don't hold on to it. It's not yours to hold on to. A lot of you guys are healing, and I specifically get a lot around the lower chakras, but definitely root chakra, they're illuminating, solar plexus, and heart chakra. Like really big upgrades to help you with feeling grounded, feeling confident, and opening yourself up. A lot about awareness. A lot of awareness is coming up. So we got north node and we got crave. You know, it's weird because this is not what the cards mean either, but what I'm getting from spirit is almost like this darkness. It's almost like you're not really seeing what's coming for you guys, and it's like the things that you thought you desired or wanted, you're not really wanting anymore. It's almost like this addictive cycle and pattern that you guys are seeing and getting out of. This actually feels really good. It's like, you know that you have these patterns or behaviors or cycles, and you're like finally done with your own shit. You're like, I'm not doing this anymore. What can I do to change this? And it feels like, and this card does say inner union, it feels like some type of balance. You're definitely getting guidance on this. So any addictive patterns you have, behaviors you have, certain like sexual urges, desires, things that kind of like are limiting or hold you back, spirit is trying to guide you to release all of these things. And inner strength and inner power is what I'm getting from spirit specifically. But they're saying there is a lot of spiritual direction, even if you're not seeing it. Everything that's coming up is actually coming up because spirit's trying to guide it up. So anyway, I hope this message helps, and I am wishing you guys so much love and light, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day.